So you're thinking about moving to Brentwood, Tennessee, and you want to know what some of the pros are and some of the cons of living there. Well, in this video, I'm going to go over that and more, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Greg Spackman, and I'm with the Living in Nashville channel. So if you want to learn everything about what it's like to live here, eat here, sleep here, play here, then please click the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified every time I do a new video. I've been getting a ton of people that are reaching out to me about moving here to the Nashville area, and I absolutely love it. So if that's you, please give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I've got your back if you're moving here to Nashville or Brentwood. So con number one is the limited shopping in Brentwood. While there is shopping, you're going to have like a Nordstrom Rack that's here. You're going to have a Best Buy. There's 3 or 4 different grocery stores you're going to be able to go to. There's an Ashley Furniture. There's a Rooms to Go and a few other shops and whatnot. But you're not going to be able to get all the mom and pop shops and a bunch of other shops. You're going to need to go to Franklin. You're going to need to go to Nashville. You're going to have to go to Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Just know that Brentwood has shopping. It just has limited shopping. So that's con number one. I combined pro number one and con number two into one because those are the taxes and fees that you're going to need to know. So let's start with the good stuff. There's no state income tax, which is amazing. That was a huge bonus for when we moved to Tennessee, not having to pay high California state income taxes. There's low property taxes as well. It's 29 cents per $100 of assessed value, which has been the same rate for like 31 years here in Brentwood. So, for example, a $750,000 home, you'd pay $544 to Brentwood, and then you'd pay $35.25 to Williamson County. And then that would just depend on the assessed value of your home or kind of what the purchase price is, somewhere around there. But know that that just gives you a basic guide. Car registration is a huge plus here in Tennessee, and it's $68.75 for new vehicles or $54.75 if you're renewing the vehicle. And then as of this year, you no longer have to smog your car, so that'll save you a little bit more. But there's no smog required as well, so that'll save you a little bit of money also. And it's super cool that you don't have to smog your car. Now let's get into some of the negatives, and those are the high sales tax, 9.75%. So depending upon where you're coming from, that could be a lot more than what you're paying, or it could be around the same. So one of the negatives about Brentwood is its high property value. So depending upon where you're moving from, you may be shocked by the amount of prices, or it could be good value for you. So let me show you what some of the prices are, some of the newest homes on my website. thespackmangroup.com. So here we are on the spackmangroup.com, and this search result is just the newest listings that are available. I didn't have any sort of price criteria at all, just to give you an idea. So you got a 4-bedroom, 4-bath place here that's coming soon for $1.799999. Then you got a 2.6. Here's one that's $1 million. You got one here, a 3-bedroom, 3-bath one that's $700,000. And then, as you can see, you got anywhere from here's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, $419. So all the way up to a $6.5 million home here. But just this gives you an idea. Feel free to, once again, log in and start looking at some homes so you can get a good idea of price. And then some of the ones that are going to be cheaper are going to be in Davidson County versus Williamson County. So if you're looking for certain schools, please let me know. That's one of the reasons you're going to reach out, so that you don't end up in Davidson when you wanted to be in Williamson County. Corporate taxes are 6.5%, so this could be good or a bad thing depending upon where you're coming from if you have a corporation that you're moving for. The last thing is, did I mention that there's no state income tax? Because there's no state income tax, this was a huge plus for us when we moved to Nashville. Pro number two is the location when living in Brentwood, Tennessee, and it's the northmost city in Williamson County. And one cool fact you may not know about Tennessee in general is that it borders 8 states, which is tied for the most with Missouri. But Tennessee borders Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, Missouri, and Arkansas. So that's super cool. You're going to get to 8 states relatively easy. Tennessee is very narrow, so you can get from the top to the bottom, and You can be in Kentucky in an hour, and same thing, Alabama in roughly an hour, where if you're going east and west, you're looking at 3 hours-ish to get to the other side. Living in Brentwood, you got the airport that's 20 minutes away, 25 to 30 minutes with traffic. You got downtown Nashville, 10 to 15 minutes, so it's easily rideable via an Uber. Franklin is 5 minutes away. Spring Hill, 25 to 30 minutes. Murfreesboro, you're looking at 45 minutes. Murfreesboro is probably one of the worst cities to get to just because you have to go all the way across Old Hickory or do some other windy roads to get to the 24, and then you can head, once you get to the 24, then it's super easy to get to Murfreesboro. Memphis is 3 hours and 20 minutes away. Knoxville is just under 3 hours away. And one thing that you'll want to make note about driving to Knoxville is you switch time zones. So you go to the Eastern time zone. So sometimes when you're traveling that way, you're wondering why you lost an hour, or when you come back, you gained an hour. Well, that's why. Chattanooga is 2 hours away, and then Louisville is 3 hours away. So you're going to be able to get to a bunch of different cities with under 3 hours from Brentwood. Con number 3 of living in Brentwood is the public transportation, and it's awful. You only have the bus, or you got the Heel Toe Express, and that's it. So if you're looking to take some sort of public transportation, Nashville is not a great area for public transportation right now. Pro number 3, and this may be a big reason why you're looking at moving to Brentwood over other cities in Middle Tennessee, and that's the schools are amazing and they're great. And of course, I can't really say that, so I'm using niche.com and Great Schools for their ratings, and I'm going to show you what they look like here in just a second on the map. But lots and lots of past clients and clients that I've talked to have all wanted to move to Brentwood because of Ravenwood High School. So here's the ratings for the elementary schools. You got Jordan Elementary with an 8 of 10, Edmondson Elementary 8 of 10, Lipscomb Elementary 8 of 10, Scales 8 of 10, and Crockett Elementary 8 of 10. Then if we look at the middle schools, we have Woodland with a 9 out of 10, Brentwood Middle 9 out of 10, and Sunset Middle 9 out of 10. And then let's flip to the high schools. There's only 2 high schools in Brentwood, and that's Ravenwood and Brentwood. And Ravenwood has a 10 out of 10, and Brentwood has a 9 out of 10. So this is Great Schools ratings. Let's look at niche.com's ratings for the schools. So niche.com has their ratings here, and Ravenwood has an A+. Then they have a magnet school, Martin Luther King Jr. with an A+, Brentwood High School A+, Jordan A+, Thompson's, that's not even in there. And Jordan Elementary with an A+. Thompson Station Middle School is not in Brentwood, so I don't know why it's showing up there. So those are the schools according to niche.com and Great Schools. Since I can't talk about that on this video, I'd love to be able to share that info with you, but I can do that on the Zoom call. So that's pro number 3, the schools in Brentwood. Con number 4 is going to be traffic. And in the morning, the afternoon commute on Old Hickory, you're not going to want to do that drive some days. It's awful. It's just super, super slow on it. It should be 40 miles an hour, and you're doing 15 miles an hour. And then same thing on Concord Road, as well as some nights and mornings on Split Log Road, you're going to run into traffic. The rest of the time during the day, so if you're after 10 a.m., before 3 p.m., or after 6, 7 o'clock at night, there's no traffic, and it's awesome to drive around Brentwood. You can get everywhere you want to go without any sort of delay. Just know that during the crunch times, there's a lot of traffic in Brentwood because of all the cars that are living in Brentwood, and then people that live east, like in Nolensville or in Smyrna or Laverne, and they use it as a cut through. That's why there's a lot of traffic. Pro number 4 would be the ratings of Brentwood, and this is all according to niche.com, and let me show you what those are. Overall, niche.com gives Brentwood, Tennessee an A+ rating, which is amazing. Gives it an A+ for public schools, a B+ for housing, A+ for good for families, A+ for jobs, B- for cost of living. However, cost of living really is more like a C. A- for outdoor activities. There's lots of different hiking trails in Brentwood, depending upon where you're choosing to live. B- for crime and safety, B+ for nightlife, B- for diversity, B- for weather, A for health and fitness, and B- for commute. Commute's more like a C+, I think. Niche.com says it's the best suburb to live in Tennessee. Out of all suburbs, they give it the best place to live in Tennessee, number 2. And then the best place to raise a family, it's number 2. Crime and safety, they give it a B-. And here you can see the different ratings. Everything is below the national average. So that's amazing for Brentwood. And those are the ratings according to niche.com. Con number 5, and this is something you really need to be careful when you start looking if you're not already talking to us. So this is why we will get on the Zoom call, because you're going to see house prices that are cheaper than other houses. And if you care about living and going to certain schools, you need to make sure that you're in the right county. And that means, according to great schools, all the really highly rated schools for the most part are in Williamson County, not in Davidson County. So that's con number 5, is that Brentwood has 2 different counties, Davidson and Williamson, and we want to make sure that you end up in the right spot. Pro number 5 is the good places to eat, and Brentwood definitely has some yummy places that you can eat at, like Puffy Muffin, Jason's Deli, Mooya Burgers, which Mooya Burgers is one of our top 3 burger places in Nashville to try. And Mooya is like one of our top favorites for burgers to go eat at. They have Jenny's Splendid Ice Cream. I don't think you're going to get better ice cream in Nashville other than at Jenny's, so make sure that you try that if you're an ice cream fan. They have Bluefin Sushi, which is pretty good, and Thai. First Watch is a good breakfast place. They have Tiff's Treats, which has got some amazing different treats. They have this bar that's amazing there. Crumble Cookies, which you probably have had where you are, but the Brentwood location I feel is better than the Franklin location for the cookies. And then they have Shogun Japanese Steakhouse, which is awesome because it really works well for our family since I'm the only one that really likes sushi. I get to get some sushi as well as the teppanyaki, and the rest of the family gets teppanyaki. Living in Brentwood, Tennessee is awesome. We've not had any clients that have moved to Brentwood that decided to move elsewhere. So if you're considering making that move to Brentwood, please give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to help you on your way to moving here to Brentwood.